All right, what is going on YouTube? Back at it again with another anime live action news update video for you guys. This one comes as a surprise to me because we are getting a Claymore live action series, which I am extremely excited about because I'm a huge Claymore fan. I love the anime series, so this is really cool. Quite unexpected, because Claymore ended a very long time ago, and I don't really think the series has had anything to kind of spark its relevance in a while, so it is kind of out of nowhere that we're getting this live action, it seems. But hey, I am not complaining. I am actually extremely happy about this. Yeah, before we get into more about Claymore and why this could be a really good thing, let's just break down the news article and go into all the details of this new live action series. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so this article comes from Deadline. It was posted at 8:30 a.m. this morning. It says here, Claymore manga getting TV series adaptation by Masaoka, Propagate, and CBS Studios. CBS Studios and Propagate Content have teamed with actor and manga fan Masaoka from the show Heroes and Hawaii 5-0 to develop a television adaptation of dark fantasy manga series Claymore in partnership with Japanese publishing company Shueisha. Oka will serve as executive producer alongside Ben Silverman, Howard T. Owens, and Rodney Farrell of Propagate Content banner, as well as Shueisha. Search is underway for a writer. Written and illustrated by Norihiro Yagi, Claymore is set in a dark medieval world where humans have been preyed upon by shape-shifting predators called Yoma since ancient times. The survival of mankind depends on female warriors known as Claymores who fight the Yoma. The live-action series adaptation aims to preserve the action and complex moral dilemmas of the original manga and the anime TV series, which has been available in the US on Crunchyroll. Similar to his character on Heroes, Oka also collects manga and co-produced the 2017 film adaptation of the manga series Death Note for Netflix. Both Oka and Propagate have existing relationship with CBS Studios. Oka was a regular on the studio's CBS drama series Hawaii 5-0. Propagate had a first look deal with CBS Studios and continues to collaborate with them on individual projects. There has been renewed interest in live-action manga adaptations following the success of Netflix's One Piece. So yeah, that is it for the article. Pretty short one, but yeah, like I said, this is very interesting news to me because I really love Claymore. It's one of those series where when I was first getting into anime, I was recommended to watch it and I did, and I loved it, right? And I feel like, I don't know if you guys know, but I am a huge anime fan. Like, I know I talk about anime live action on this channel, but it's all because I really do love anime, and I love a lot of anime. So yeah, Claymore, it's interesting because, like I said, it was kind of one of the first handful of anime that I started to watch, and it's a bit of an older series, and it's kind of actually really cool that we're getting a live action adaptation of Claymore because the anime of the series Claymore doesn't actually finish the whole story of Claymore. The story actually continues in the manga. And that tends to happen a lot with anime adaptations of manga, right? Like sometimes the anime doesn't always finish the story and they say, just keep reading the manga if you want to finish the story, whatever. But Claymore never got another anime series. It never got a season 2. It never got that actual ending to the story that was in the manga. And it kind of makes sense because, again, it was an older series, so there's never really been a reason to give it another season per se to finish the story. But that could be the good thing that comes from this live action adaptation series is maybe, hey, we get to see the full story, the full ending that was in the manga that we didn't get from the anime. And I think that'd be really cool. I'm not gonna spoil the ending of the anime in case you guys wanna check the series out for yourself, which I advise all of you to do because I mess with Claymore. I do like the series a lot. I like the anime. I like that opening, it goes kind of hard. But yeah, I'm not saying it's like the best thing in the world, but I think it's a pretty cool series and I really enjoy it. So yeah, I definitely recommend you all watch it. But the ending does feel kind of like, like there's just things unanswered, right? It doesn't really feel proper ending, I guess, or how should I say? Like, obviously it's an ending, but I do feel like the anime's ending definitely makes you want to read the manga. And, you know, it doesn't necessarily feel like the true ending to the series, in my opinion. So I do feel like the fact that we're getting more Claymore is really, really cool. And I really hope that they decide to tell the full story with the manga's ending in this series, if they can. That would be really, really, really cool. Great news for Claymore fans. I mean, this is already great news for Claymore fans. Because yeah, I know that despite the article kind of saying, oh yeah, there's been a lot of renewed interest in anime live action adaptations because of One Piece doing so well, which is great, which is really cool. But I do still feel like there's a lot of people out there that don't want to see anime and manga get live action adaptations, especially from Hollywood. However, I really feel like this could be good. I know we just got the announcement of Kakegurui getting a Netflix live action show, right? And, you know, from the article of that, it kind of seemed like they were changing a lot. And, you know, even though that show seems like it could be adapted pretty well because there's, you know, it's just people in uniforms and, you know, there's crazy stuff, but I feel like it's not too out of the realm of things we've already seen done in live action before, right? Like, I feel like they could make a good Kakegurui show. Doesn't seem like they're going to be on that path per se, since they're changing a lot, even the name and all that, but I feel like Claymore could fit really well in a live action adaptation, because I feel like when it comes to medieval live action adaptations, I feel like they tend to get a lot of the fantasy elements right. And to me, it seems like there's a lot of medieval stories that people really love. Medieval slash fantasy, I should say. But you know, you have the Game of Thrones, you have the Lord of the Rings, like you have all of your really popular ones and then you have your not so popular ones. But I feel like, I don't know, medieval kind of has its own niche, it seems, and a lot of people are really into it, right? Me personally, whenever there's something medieval, I feel like that setting is just kind of not for me. But, you know, obviously I still enjoy stories set in medieval, like Claymore, like Berserk, etc. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like live action tends to get medieval right in a lot of ways, a lot of the time. So I could kind of see them getting this right. Like, I don't know, I just kind of get this feeling that Claymore would work really well in a live action. And I don't think the story is super, like, over the top, complicated, complex to where they would have to change a bunch of things and people would have a lot of, you know, concerns about, you know, I guess the typical concerns whenever an anime live action gets announced, right? Like, oh, well, are the characters going to be Japanese? All these things, right? Like, I feel like the typical things that we worry about when an anime or a manga get a live action adaptation, I guess I don't really see being an issue when it comes to Claymore getting a live action adaptation, because I feel like live action just gets medieval right most of the time, or a lot of the time anyway. So I don't know, I just have a really good feeling about this one. And yeah, maybe that's just me, maybe that's just my optimism, but I don't know, I have faith in Claymore getting a live action. Like, of all things, what this also kind of makes me happy about is that if Claymore can get a live action adaptation kind of out of nowhere, this opens up the possibility for a lot of anime series to get live action adaptations without necessarily having some sort of relevant thing happening for them. You know what I mean? And that's what actually really makes me excited, because there's a lot of anime series out there that I would love to see get a live action adaptation that don't really, you know, they haven't really had anything going on for a while, right? Series like Black Lagoon, you know, Jormungand, 91 Days, like, oh, there's so many. So if Claymore can get a live action, hey, maybe we could see a lot more anime get live action adaptations that aren't necessarily, you know, super relevant, which gets me extremely excited. But yeah, if there's a series out there that may not be super relevant, maybe a little bit older, but it could be one of your favorites, it could be an all-time classic, it could be one that a lot of people regard as extremely good, like Monster. I know that's another one a lot of people really like. If there's a series out there that you would like to see get a live action adaptation, definitely let me know what series y'all would want to get a live action in the comments below, because Claymore getting one kind of opens up a lot of possibilities. You know, it opens up Pandora's box of any anime to get a live action. Don't gotta be relevant anymore. So yeah, let me know what series you guys would want to see adapted as a show or for the big screen in the comments below. And also let me know what you guys thought about anything else I had to say in this video in the comments below. And while you're at it, you might as well leave a like on the video and subscribe, because I know if you made it this far, you're enjoying the content. And over here, we talk about all the anime live action adaptations that are being made from Hollywood. I'm a huge anime fan, but I'm also a filmmaker. So I want to kind of talk about how we can make anime into live action the right way, instead of just saying, oh, they should stop doing it, blah, blah, blah. I think there's a way to do it right. In fact, I think it's already been done right. And I think there's things we need to talk about so that we can keep doing good adaptations of the series and of the medium that I love, that I'm so passionate about. So that's kind of the whole point of this channel. And if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, definitely subscribe. And yeah, I'll make sure you guys stay up to date with all future anime live action adaptation projects. But with that being said, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see y'all in the next video.